All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. I am DDO's community manager, Cordovan, and yeah, we are busy. We are busy right now on the other game side. Today, we're releasing the big update there. Next week, we do it on the DDO side. Yes. I've got some information about the release of Update 53 this week. In the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream, I'm also going to take a sneak peek at some, not a complete list by any means, but just kind of what we have going so far for the release notes for Update 53, which is Hunter and Hunted. And so that'll be happening most likely next Wednesday. We'll have more information about that, but that's not all. Because we're also doing things like kicking off our anniversary event next week. So we're going to be real busy celebrating the anniversary starting next week. And then on top of that, so we just don't just have Update 53 and the anniversary kicking off next week, but we also have a producer's letter going out on Friday. This Friday, that'll be in 2 days. Yep, 2 days, this Friday. And that's going to have some pretty juicy info in it. So I am very much looking forward to publishing the producer's letter on Friday. We're going to be unwrapping a whole bunch of gifts for you and kind of saying quite a bit that I think you're going to be interested in hearing. We're going to be following up on that. I need to get in touch with him, but the plan has been to pop onto Tom's stream the night of, so that'd be this Friday night, and have our new producer actually be doing some Q&A and just kind of hyping up the producer's letter and talking a little bit about things. So that should be, I believe, this Friday night. I have to double check on the schedule to know exact time and work with Tom a little bit to coordinate it. But that's been the intention. And I see no reason that can't happen this Friday. So that's something to look forward to as well. So yeah, we're really on the cusp of doing a whole lot here. Today, however, is actually kind of quiet. We don't have a whole lot going on today. Everything is really just heads down, working toward next week. So today, I think later on in the show, I'm probably going to return to Snow Peaks because this is the final weekend of the Snow Peaks event. You've got through, well, good point. I should have addressed this morning, but I was busy doing other things. We technically have the Snow Peaks event going through Sunday, which is the 20th. However, I don't think any of us really thought about what the calendar date was and thought about the fact that most of us actually have Monday off in the United States because it's President's Day. Most famously known for mattress sales, I guess. But anyway, you see a lot of President's Day mattress and bedding advertising on U.S. television. So, but hey, whatever. Celebrate furniture or presidents. It's all good here. Either way, I don't think we have Monday off. So unless someone feels like coming into work on Monday and shutting off the Snow Peaks event, my guess is we're going to extend it until Tuesday. And I'll confirm that in the next couple hours and get that out to you. But that would be my expectation, is that technically we've announced it through Sunday. I bet it ends up being through Monday by the time it's all said and done here. But this is the final weekend of Snow Peaks. I'm going to run on the live stream. I have at least a couple more characters on the Lannis that I want to get that Sun Flask. They're not level 30 yet, but they will be. And when they do, it behooves them to have one of those nice chucky flasks. So I'm going to be doing that later on in the stream here today. How are you doing? I guess I can do a little bit of Q&A in just a moment. I was just making sure my messaging wasn't like, oh my god, you said totally the wrong thing. I did not. I don't think. So, at least if I did, no one's caught it. Yeah, so I don't have the green screen today. I'm just kind of doing this. And pretty soon I'm going to be getting in game, but I know we do have some news to get to. So I'll do that. And I will get to your chat here in just a second. Who do I want to log? guess let's try... We'll try this character. But I'm not going to be putting that up on the screen yet. All right, so let me take a look at chat. Well, happy birthday there, Forehand. Very nice. My beard gets grayer every time I shave it. So that has been my fear. I agree. I don't think biology or science backs up that idea. But I, too, have noticed that every time I shave off my beard for Movember and it grows back with a little bit more gray, does it not? I don't know why I'm getting more gray. Something to do with getting older, I think. But, yeah, isn't that weird? You're scaring me. There's like a little fear worm in my brain, which is like, don't shave. Every time you shave, it's making you grayer. And it seems to be true, even though it totally can't be. All right. So thank you. Thank you for bringing that up. No, Strip Dom is not the new producer. That would be hilarious. But no, that is not true. That is not true. Sorry. What is coming with Update 53? Very good. I will get to that in just a second. Draconor, I don't know about your partner losing thousands of silver Snow Peaks coins. My guess would be they should still be there somewhere. If you've placed a ticket, hopefully they will be able to get to you. On the plus side, my understanding is none of the stuff from Snow Peaks decays. So let's just say worse comes to worse and you don't get it in time. You should be able to utilize it next year. All right. Biggest question right now is about sales. Almost level 30 can do lots of fun if Heart's alignment changes go on sale. So there we go. Actually, good point. This is a minor bit of news, but this week's sale actually is a new one. I can't get into details on the specifics until it's live, but we're going to be doing a brand new kind of sale type this Thursday. We're debuting a kind of a nuclei weekly sale into the rotation, and that will be a mount-related sale. So, this Thursday, we're going to be having a new mount sale kind of thing going on. It'll be our first time doing that. So stay tuned for that. That's kind of neat. So that's kind of an answer to your question. Will there ever be a use for the old Rezia ice skates? Ouch. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no. But I would still not ever get rid of it. I think there was a time in the not too distant past, and I can't remember what it was for now, where even outside of the Rezia ice games, there was some reason why you might want to have ice skates. I can't remember what we were using it for, but there was something that... Wasn't there something that we were using ice skates for outside of Rezia a while back? And who knows where the future might hold for it. So I would just say hang on to them. Hope you got your use out of them. And but if you're really that concerned... Yes, Jim over on Facebook, I was reading about your specific issue this morning on the forums, and your issue is that you purchased a Nightmare mount on the hardcore server, unaware that those certificates do not transfer when you go to another... Well, the certificates transfer. So if you have a certificate, like something, say, you got from Daily Dice or any other method, if you have a certificate, that'll transfer with you from hardcore. But once you've added the mount to your stable, it is no longer possible to bring those mounts with you. Your stable doesn't transfer on a world transfer. So if you... I actually said you bought it, but if that's true, if you purchased it from the DDO store, I bet CS would help you out. If you got it from Daily Dice, that's going to be kind of a tough one. It depends on how, I guess, nice they're feeling. and how many exceptions they want to make. But in general, your mount stable, just like your creature companions, do not carry over between worlds. So any creature companions you get on hardcore as well, save those certificates if you care about this. Save those certificates so that when you transfer them onto your destination world, you can consume those certificates and then put it to your stable. But so I was reading about your issue, Jim. My suggestion is get in touch with CS. I bet they help you. I can't promise that. It depends on the circumstances of how you got the mount. And I'm sorry you ran into that issue. I think what we're going to do in the future is be more... I mean, it's already in some of our facts and that about kind of pet certificates not carrying over. But I think we're going to be even more explicit, and you will be partially the reason for that, so that we can make sure that your experience isn't repeated by others, because that's a real bummer, and nobody wants you to experience that. So, all right. In a little bit here, I'm going to get in game. I am going to do a check just to kind of see what I can do. I don't even know I'm going to be able to pull this off. This character. The problem is my characters are kind of low level, and that means they don't have max jump. And I don't know if I can do this without max jump. I guess let's find out, shall we? I'm gonna help by giving myself some nice lasting potions of jumping. But we'll see what happens here in just a little bit. But before I move in game, let me do one more sweep through chat and kind of my show notes prep. Make sure I've covered all the bases. I am going to get through the update 53 stuff too before I get. Okay, we're good there. We're good there. Good there. I would mention there has been a bit of discussion on the forums this week about what's eventually going to happen to the DDO forums. The plan is they will be replaced, hopefully later this year, with a new set of forums. The existing forums will go into a read-only state. The idea is not only do we want to preserve the info, but we also want to make it really easy for you to just kind of copy-paste everything over into the new forums if you want. So we are going to be using a whole new set of forums, and part of that is every time we look at fixing the DDO forums, we get in this kind of spaghetti bowl of technical considerations about, well, how do we make modern vBulletin, you know, whatever modern login system you're using, how do we make it work with this janky old 2003 thing? Oh, and also this 2007 thing that references the 2003 thing. Oh, and also the 2013 thing that references the 2011 thing that references the 2007 thing that references the 2003 thing. And all that sort of stuff has just been piling on. And it's worse on the Lotro side. Their forums really suck, kind of. But both are going to be getting, hopefully, dramatic improvements later this year. And part of the reason we're able to do that is we're going to be kind of taking a fresh approach. So all the existing forums will be in a read-only state. You'll be able to copy and paste all those images and articles and text into the new forums. You are going to have to get a new forum username. If people try to... name sniping is going to suck. Just going to have to deal with it. And hopefully that should be a non-issue. Or a very minor issue. That does mean pretty much everyone who's banned is going to be coming back, at least for a little bit. That came up on the forums today, and that's true. It's true. I'm pretty much just going to be starting fresh, so as long as you behave, you're welcome back, right? And then I want to add some blogging software to it if I can. I don't know that we're ever going to have the MyDDO back, but most modern forums have modern kind of blogging platforms incorporated into them, and so my intention is to include that. I want to give everyone avatar, title, signature, full access to the extent possible, so you'll be able to pick your own avatar and title and what have you. Forum reputation is going to be going away. No ETA on this, though, other than late this year is the likeliest scenario, and it could even be into next year, but we'll see what happens. I do have some better news, though, on the DDO.com side, which is that we're actually tracking to hopefully get a new DDO.com similar to the new Lotro.com, if you've seen that. Same basic template. We're hoping to get that out in the next couple of months. So my expectation is by this spring, we should have a new DDO.com. Still going to be running on the old forums, but the new DDO.com for now, and then hopefully both games will get new forums then probably late this year is our intention. So that's that bit. Okay. I would also mention we do have Update 53, like I say, coming out next week. I'm just getting started on the release notes, so I don't have a lot to tell you. It really is on what you've seen on Bull Roar is what's in Update 53. That includes the new adventure pack, and Hunter and Hunted is the name of the update. I think that's the name of the adventure pack too. And that is a new raid and 2 new quests, and they're set in Feywild. You don't have to have Feywild in order to access it. And it's free to VIP, like adventure packs are. And it is level, what do I see for levels? 32. Legendary for the quests and raid. And 7 heroic for the quest. There is no heroic raid in this one. Sorry about that. And I don't know how much we've even told you what the story is. Have we told you what the story is? I don't know. At the very least, it'll be out on Friday when the producer's letter gets there, so maybe I'll just save it for that. Just in case. So, really, Update 53 is this new content pack and a bunch of kind of bug fixes and just some work toward the anniversary, and then work related to things that you might read about on Friday. So, yeah. I would say that we do have a thing, a couple of odds and ends release notes I could mention. We've got a fix-in for Absolute Zero, not properly applying its frozen crowd control to fire enemies that are immune to death. Instead of letting the death effect bounce off and therefore having no effect. Quest and adventure areas, we've fixed a bunch of typos and such. Spells, Lionheart and Reincarnate will now properly take eschew materials again. Fire Seeds, Ice Flowers, and Burst of Glacial Wrath will now take the appropriate metamagics as well. Blur is back to being its proper 20%. The quest selection UI now spells receive correctly in its tooltips. Oops. Meteor Swarm now marginally less blinding and screen shaky. Items, what do we got? The Goggles and Glove Reaper Shard crafting recipes now function. First Blood no longer kills you if you cast it on yourself. Yeah, that's a good one. Dripping with Magma now triggers once every 1 second instead of 0.25. Sorry. What do we got? You can barter for Sands of Nectaran wilderness loot from Masai Mkembe's barter shop in Zawabi Refuge if you have antique bronze tokens to spare. And I bet some of you do. So you can barter for some of that wilderness loot in the Sands of Nectaran with that, coming with Update 53 here. Quality Spell Focus Mastery is now changing from +1 to +2 at a slightly earlier level, so more gear has the +2 version of the affix. Spell Penetration and Attack augments will now have their correct descriptions. I want to follow up on that next one before I read it out loud. Okay. Sorry. For enhancements, Fate Arc Illusionist's Illusory Augmentation now correctly grants us bonuses if you have obtained Augmented Summoning from a temporary source, like a gear or an augment. So Fate Arc Illusionist, its Illusory Augmentation will now give its proper bonus if you've got it. Hope for Success from the Favored Soul Beacon of Hope tree now applies more reliably. Sacred Touch and War Priest and War Soul will now mention the typing of the buff. Eldritch Knight's proficiencies will now apply more reliably. Oh, we fixed an issue with Infernal Resistance for Tieflings dropping on death. That's a good one. Animated Armors will no longer heal from negative energy. Spells should no longer block projectiles. The spell selector window will now remember its position for things like teleport and fire shield. That's pretty hot. The UI option show detailed descriptions and examination now also controls the verbosity of slotted filigree by showing or hiding the filigree's description. The examination window will now remember its position. We'll see. That's awesome if that's true. There's a new button to delete all confirmed... What? I forgot about this. There's a new button to delete all confirmed mail. Note this will not function if any mail in your confirmed tab has any attachments. Sorry, hoarders. But if you're not one of those, you can just goink and take that, and that'll be pretty nice too. Alright, let me take a quick stroll through chat, and then I will head in game. Oh, car sales about I was like, what about car sales? Oh, because of the President's Day comment. Yeah. Gotcha. All right. Well, let's see where we are. I'm gonna do that. Gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. There we are. All right. How's it going, everyone? I'm in game, getting ready to hang out with Flurry here and see what's up. But before I do that, I am going to scroll through chat. I just wanted to slightly change up settings and things. So, all right, what do we got? I don't know about the availability of +2 racial tomes. I will have to ask about that. You can use them in the slide. Oh, that's right. You can use them in the slide. Although you don't need to. Yeah, I would actually expect to see perhaps Midwinter or something come back. But again, I think if we were to do it, we probably wouldn't require those old Rezia skates, right? Oh, they also work on the Slippery Bridge. That's the one. They work on the Slippery Bridge in White Plume Mountain. That's the one I was thinking of. Thank you, Loaf Beef. And Twitch, I knew that there was like a practical reason to have Rezia ice skates. And it's the Slippery Bridge part of White Plume Mountain. Yes. I would like an event where you bring back all event vendors for a weekend. That's a cool idea. I think technically we would have to do a bunch of work on the event system because a lot of the NPCs are tied to the activation of the events themselves. Kind of hard to just sometimes bring back the NPC. All right. Admin hack the jump. No, these are all play characters. This is not an admin character. Will there be an option to do polls in the new DDO forums? I would think so. Will there be a functioning DDO calendar for the year? Maybe? I personally might need to be convinced that the problem we have an old calendar on the forums and nobody looked at it, and I was maintaining it from like 2010 to 2014-ish, and then after that I was looking at the stats and there were entire months where I was the only person who ever looked at it. Literally, on a game the size of DDO, I was the only person who looked at it, according to our visitor stats. So, I got rid of it. It was just too much work to maintain. But if there was a lot of desire for a calendar again, perhaps there's something. Alright. The quest entrance point for the new adventure pack in the Harbor Hut. I believe it's the hut. I will double check on that, but I'm pretty sure it's the hut. And I don't think you need to get to Wynwood Hall, so if you don't have the Feywild pack, I don't think it's relevant because I don't think you need to go to Wynwood Hall. Oh, tell us more about today's update, which puts in a monitor for missing tome bonuses. Thank you, Growler. So yes, today's restart was mostly just a restart, with one exception, and that is we put in a small bit of code to help us investigate a handful of reports of missing skill tomes, stat tomes, things like that upon reincarnation. Now, you know, that issue has been something we've looked at frequently over the years. But we have an engineer who's doing some investigatory work on it right now as a high priority, and is looking to get some better logging, frankly, on a few pieces that'll help with that investigation. So that's what today's patch was about, is to provide really a specific person working on this issue access to some better information to hopefully track down a thread, which is a theory about what might be one of the underlying causes of it. Fingers crossed. This investigation is still underway. I don't want to make any promises, but it was promising enough that we were just like, yeah, let's throw this into a quick hotfix this week just to see if it's not going to solve the problem, because this would only tell us what the problem is to solve, right? So this is simply monitoring rather than resolution, but it's all part of the same process, right? And so hopefully that'll be going in this week. Okay. I don't know what the weekend bonus is. Sorry, Pixie Slayer. I don't know. I'll have to talk to someone today about that. Will we keep our same join dates on the new forums? Probably not. Will there ever be support for controllers with DDO, or do we always need to map the buttons manually? I am going to say you may well find that you will forever need to map the buttons manually for controllers with DDO. DDO itself is not really lend itself to a easy controller scheme, but it's certainly possible. And as you say, for accessibility reasons, there are people who are doing it. So that functionality does exist, and I would like to see a few pieces get improved. I know I've been talking recently to someone. We have an issue where the X input sometimes doesn't like controllers, like the DualShock 4, for example. And we have an issue where sometimes the modifier key is not being able to be properly mapped, and that's a big accessibility issue as well. So it is my hope that we can solve a couple of those issues in the coming months, and then be able to do more controller support. But I do think it's always going to be something you're going to be manually setting up for DDO. I just don't see us having some kind of default controller input that really gets the job done at a level where you would want to officially support. But it totally works. When will Saltmarsh be available for points? This month. Gotta be soon, right? I would imagine very, very soon. Probably next week. I don't know. I'll let you know. Will this be posted to YouTube so you can catch anything you might have missed? Yes. This is posted as an archive to YouTube, and it's actually live streamed to YouTube as well. And then same with Twitch and Facebook. I need to burn like 30 keys before the end of the event. So, Christopher, I would say this. The keys persist. They don't deprecate. Like Night Revels. So, you can hang on to those keys. They'll be good next year, too. Has it been announced which update number a level cap is increasing? I don't think so. Alright. Wait, so you can't hear me? Someone's saying they can't hear me? What did I do wrong? Oh. For an event vendor weekend, Could new vendors be created and then placed in the Hall of Heroes? Probably. Probably. I bet that's how we would have to do that kind of solution, is to probably create a series of new vendors that would be tied to that NPC event, were we to ever do something. Is a small problem broken? Can't get the blessings of air 3 runs in a row. I'm sorry, Tim. I don't know about that one. My understanding is it is. When will we see the producer's letter? That'll be Friday. That's the plan. I'll actually be working later today to get started on staging it to the website. Will the new form be more user-friendly to graphic, avatar, signature, and post JPEG? Gosh, I hope so. I would be very sad if that were not true. That is my hope, is that everything will be better. Everything will be better. The world will be a better place once we get new DDO forums. All right. Yeah, that's good. I think we're caught up. Let's pop one of those plus 40 potions, which, as people say, is one of the reasons they exist. Also, did I not get myself Featherfall? I don't think I have Featherfall. Jump on that. I don't think I've got a Featherfall item. This is just a level 6 character that I'm working to level up, but I haven't really gotten too far into this character's life yet, because I just haven't. So I don't know that I've got Featherfall. And I usually ditch my Featherfall items, because that's the kind of smart person I am. Alright. Oink. Let's see what happens here. Let's see, can I do this without Featherfall? I'm gonna say no. Or maybe I have Featherfall. I don't think I did. Okay. But it kind of feels like I do, now that I'm doing the jumping. Oh! Has the Rezia Ice Altar been removed from the Winter Games? Correct. Oh, I haven't spoken. I'll try my best. Alright. This one tends to sometimes get me. This one can sometimes get me too. Go. Go. All right. Oh, no. Oh, I saw that when I was jumping. All right. There's a rumor the 40 jump potions are only given plus 30. Do we know if that is true? That would probably be true. Because what doesn't jump cap at 36? So my guess is if you've got a small amount of jump, something like, let's say, 5 or 6 jump, just kind of naturally, and you chug a plus 40 potion, it's still just going to give you the same jump as if you were 36. Would be my guess. Now, if it actually is displaying incorrectly. Not on mine, it's not. Let's see, no, effects 31. Unless it's adding that to the base automatically somehow. Still, it's largely irrelevant, even if it is just a 30 bonus. The odds of that not capping out your jump are pretty slim. I say that, but I suppose if you're like level 1 or something and haven't invested any skill points into jump, you might struggle. But I think for the vast majority of people, it should hopefully be basically a non-issue. All right. Oh. We talked about this last week, but this little stump here is gonna be a real bit of a bugaboo. I recommend jumping through it. Have the other devs played the challenge? I think so. I think just about all of us have had an opportunity to check it out, so... Alright, before I go on to the next section then, let me quick scroll through chat. Am I the new producer? No. No, sorry. No, I'm not. You are hoping Queen Laylock gets fixed in ADQ as well. The chest not spawning is very disappointing. Okay, I will have to check into that Demon Queen question. I am not personally aware of that. Someone is saying the chest is bugging out at the end of DQ1. Have to look into that. I mean, I know kind of periodically there's been a long time that'll happen sometimes, but I don't think wasn't aware of anything new. So, okay. Anyway. 36, you thought it kept at 40. Is it 40? Okay. I just thought it was 36, but I guess, sure. I'll trust older people saying that. You don't play... with strafing, I don't either. I don't, actually. There have been times where I have over the years, but I currently do not have strafing set up because I tend to strafe by holding down the right mouse button while I'm running around. Oh yeah, if Queen Layla dies too fast, she doesn't actually die. That's really just an old 2000, 6, 7 era scripting issue, most likely. So just don't... I mean, if you're killing her that fast, it shouldn't be too difficult to re-kill her again. But also, this time, kill her more slowly. So don't do that. Alright. I don't know how fast too fast is, but it must be pretty quick if it's breaking the scripting, right? So... I see your comment, Arson, Angel Fire. All I can do is pass it along. Thank you. About having opening shot be changed from 100% to 95% or so. If Cordo can make it, anybody can make it. That guy plays on a potato. I mean, it's a pretty good potato. If it was a potato, it would totally have sour cream and cheese on it. Probably veggie bacon. Oops. Shoot. It's true, though. I need a new computer. If you feel like buying me one, let me know. I promise nothing in return other than slightly better quality live streams. Because right now it's really easy to get a computer and computer parts. It's really a great time to be needing tech. Not that I need, but I, I've been talking to people on the streamer side, because I'm not the only one who has, in the past, let's just say, 6 months. It was really starting in the fall here. Whatever I'm doing for my general stream setup is not producing the same result that it used to do. Oops. Shoot. Really? Really? Am I not going to be able to hit that? And I'm seeing more dropped frames and lag. You know, kind of stuttering on the end product that you're seeing. You know, when you're seeing me play the game, you're seeing stuttering and stuff that I'm not seeing when I'm actually playing the game, because it's just a broadcast issue rather than a client issue. And I have been banging my head against the wall. I have tried changing bit rates. I've tried changing encoding from NVIDIA to software to what have you. Oh, gosh darn it. Why am I struggling so much? Anyway, you know, and I'm still just not getting the results I want. So, here's the good news, though. I don't think I'm alone. I've been talking to some other people who are like, yeah, you know, I've been having the same thing. So hopefully we'll get it solved, and I'll have some better stream products. But my computer is actually pretty good. It will run most modern games just fine. However, sadly, my nice... I guess it was... How much did I pay for this computer? This is my personal computer. I guess I paid about $1,300 for it. And that was, what, 5.5 years ago now. So it still holds up pretty good. But sadly, the world has moved on from 1060 graphics cards. And it's not quite cutting it as much as it used to, but it's still generally pretty good. And if I could get this stupid issue solved, it sure would make me happy. Let's try this here. What? Oh my gosh. Am I really not going to be able to do this jump? Well, if I can't do this jump, then I'm just out of luck on this character. And I need to switch to a different character. But why am I not able to make that jump? Is my skill. My strength... My jump's 44. I should be able to hit it. It's true. Arcanaverse, I do have a different output resolution for the game than on the stream. The stream is in 720p. The game is in 1080p. For a long time, I was streaming in 1080p just fine, using this exact same setup. But then, since the issues I've been having since the fall, I've actually cut it down to 720p, just to try to ease the burden on the computer. And it seems to have made some difference. But it is true. I don't think that's the issue, but sadly, that is true. Yeah, I know you have to hang on to it to get going, but I don't know why I'm not hanging on to it on this character. I'm not quite figuring out why my usual just grab the rail isn't working. I guess I'll give it one more shot. It feels like, yeah, I've got the skill. It should just be working. Maybe I'm psyching myself out or something like that. So I usually go for this ledge over here. But someone's saying I should do this ledge, is that right? Jump for the cut out corner of the ice piece. Yeah, okay, so this corner, the ice piece, right. So part of the ledge that looks like you should grab it, but you'd go left? Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna... Yeah. Hey, there we are. Alright. Now let's do that again. There we are. Alright. Excellent. We're back. Alright. You know, I don't know. I'm not hearing my own sound, but I may have my sound turned off. Okay, I do. Oh, let's do daily dice. I know there's at least one person in stream who gets super bugged when I don't do my daily dice. That's okay, I guess. We'll take that upgrade, Tome of Fate. You keep trying to adjust my monitor view. I know. So I tend to play this. Normally, I play with a much further down, but for the snow peaks, I tend to appreciate the visual aspect of being able to see that. And I've got 5 minutes. Just chugging alert to be safe. All right, Mark. Go. There we go. This one I had trouble with on the live stream last week. But yet, of course, when I'm doing it on my own, I'm a brilliant player, never making a mistake. But as soon as I get to the live stream, I screw up. That's not true. But I am generally a little less nervous for some reason when I not have an audience. Oh, God. Ah! Ah, man. Okay. Can hit the marker if you go under it as well. Don't know if you know that. The slide one into money is definitely the way to go in terms of Festival coin acquisition, or not Festival, but Snow Peaks coin acquisition rate. Someone is actually pointing out something that I did not do on last week's stream that I ought have done, which is true, which is that if I get above here, go and rather than turn back right away and go for the flask, hit that checkpoint up there. That way in the future, when you take a dive, you don't have to redo this section again. And you can just pop on back to the where you want to be. Oh, I did it again. Oh my god. Yeah. I don't. Someone is asking basically, when are we going to get a monk pass? That you've read some comment presumably from someone on the systems team, that they would like to do some work related to Monk here in the near future. I don't know specifically what the timeline of some of that work might be. I don't know. Classwork is ever ongoing. And I know that we have a lot on our plate. So, you know, I guess we'll have to see where Monk might be able to fit into. Okay. Oh my gosh. Why am I struggling so much? How's the weather outside? Is it cold again? Yes-ish. Gotta use haste before the jump, huh? That's probably a good idea. I don't know if I've got this in me to keep going. What should I do? What should I do for these final few minutes? Oh, did I swear? I swear on the stream and not even know it. Oops. Sorry. Someone is calling me out of my language, and I'm like, oh. I remember swearing. I'm gonna guess Snow Peaks has been the cause of some amount of profanity of late in game. Alright. Jeez. Okay. Let me think about this. What do I need to do here to actually make this jump? Haste. I don't think I've got haste. Oh, I do have haste. It's right on my hotbar there. Duh. I'm a highly intelligent individual! Alright, there we go. Alright. I'm going to actually wait down the cooldown on this haste here. I don't feel... well, it's fine. Yep. See, now I just have to start over on the other place. Makes it a little easier. Did I transfer my characters from the hardcore server? I tend not to. You know, I think there was a time where I was like a lot of people. Let me make this jump first. And, I felt like I had to preserve my characters, hardcore or otherwise. And when I got hired by Then Turbine in 2010, I had to take all my mains and basically just not play them anymore for about 5 years. And I guess it was that experience as much as anything that has taught me to be willing to let go of characters that I've even put in a bunch of work on, you know, over the years. And, you know, so to me, I suppose if I had a character that really achieved greatness on hardcore, for sure. Or I suppose if I had some kind of like uber rare item or something like that, like maybe if I happen to get a Jack Gibbers or something like that, I'd want to maybe bring that to a different character using a Wish of Inheritance, or actually that one doesn't work, but you know what I mean. Whatever. And otherwise I just let them go. I let them go. I wish them well on future endeavors and don't play them again. Alright. That's going to wrap it up with the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream. Thanks so much for being here. I guess I could try to... I mean, I'm close. 2. That's fine. Let's see. If I make it, then we're just going to call it. We'll go all the way to the end and then I'll end the show. If I die first, then we will just end the show upon said death. Paste. Oh, actually, I can't. Interesting. I did not know I could do that. I think I'm going to go down here anyway, just to be safe. Interesting, though. Good to know that that is a possibility, perhaps. All right. Okay. I'm waiting for the haste on this one. You know, when I'm just playing on my own, I will be much riskier and generally be more go for broke than I am on the live stream. Like I said, maybe it's a failing on my part. I don't know. I think it's just human nature. Where when I'm in front of an audience, you get nervous. Especially when, you know, you're trying to not embarrass yourself with, like, gameplay skills and what have you. And, oh no! Oh my god! What a way to end! Thank you for watching the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream. And, hey, good to know. Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Thanks so much for being here. Update 53 should hopefully be out by next we meet. It'll be the day of, most likely. So we'll have a whole bunch of Update 53 for next week's show. Thank you so much for being here, everyone, and I will see you next week.